Bastard. Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, the head trader for TradeView Markets. It's Monday morning, the first trading day of August 2021, slightly after 11 Eastern, where we usually try to start the videos on time around 11 o'clock Eastern. Okay, let's log into TradeGate Hub and get right into it. It's been a busy Monday morning. A lot of people were, it seemed like we're positioned for doom over the weekend with the Delta variant and of COVID seemingly rising, for lack of a better term, if you will. A lot of places in the United States are having Florida, for example, is actually having record hospitalizations. But you know what? It's maybe the market's pricing in the news. Maybe I'm not really sure how to interpret this, but you know what? The bottom line is you don't have to, because if you just go with price action about how your stocks or anybody, their stocks are reacting to the futures or how they should be acting, you don't have to guess anyway. If the futures are going up and conversely of going down and your stocks are not acting well, then you make that play. So here we came in this morning with tactical. Well, I always say to watch the Michael Santoli videos. You know what? Click them right here. Trust me. I'm not going to go through it every morning. It's the first thing you should do. It's the first thing I should do. I'm not alone. It certainly won't hurt. If somebody has a better idea, I'd be more than happy to listen, because I don't have an ego. I love to learn. What that being said here's tactical sentiment, came in the stock picking, if you will. I thought it would be a little bit lower because the market was weak going into the weekend, but it is what it is. Once again, I posted the top option plays that were coming from Friday. Here you go. I also, by the way, come Monday morning, I usually have a lot more data, but here you have commitment of traders positioning summary, net speculated position by open interest by the option volume. Take a look at it. It makes a difference. It doesn't mean it's going to work, or the information that's provided is going to be useful by 9:30 that morning. But certainly as time goes on, with that being the week or the rest of the day, if you will, that might play important, especially with all these gamma squeezing we were having. Okay, so that was the positioning right here in general. Here we have sector sentiment. We should have gone over that by now, obviously, before the morning. The oil producers were coming in a little bit oversold, so was energy. They're bouncing a little bit today. I don't really like them. A lot of them broke a lot of moving averages. I'll get to that another time. Or I think I mentioned in one of my videos last week, but I'll definitely have to update it. I'll keep you posted as the day goes out. World indices, that's obviously with TradeView Markets is an international firm. I don't trade a lot of ADRs, nor do I a lot of trade of international stocks, but you know what? I'm interested and I want to know, plus I should know. That's why I do know. Okay. S&P index future sentiment somewhat above, a little bit stretched. Same with the NASDAQ. It doesn't seem to be hurting that much today. Hedge fund exposure right here. They started buying the dip a little bit. That's bearish. As you can see, we'll have to pause this here. What is this thing? Yeah. As you can see, when hedge funds usually buy, that's bearish. That means everybody's in the pool, less cash to go on the sideline. The Goldman indicator, relevant at this point, neutral. You can get down here. That would be a problem. Bank of America indicator. I'm trying to give you all the macro views of all the hedge funds use. Go over that as well. These are the equity put indicator. It's in the middle. You know what I mean? There's not really that much fear, and that's evident in the VIX. Gold, a little bit stretched. Pullback today. Actually, it's unchanged. Crude, a little bit stretched, was up today. Actually, crude's down. Crude's taking a hit today. Yeah. Wow, I didn't see that. All right, that's on the radar. Crude oil, have a reversal. You know what? I'll show you. Share the screen. Hold on. Let's show you when I'm looking. When I pause, it's only fair for you to see what I see. So I'm looking. When I'm looking at the crude positioning, then I looked at crude. Crude's high of the day, at least the USO was 50, 49.20. And if I want to check crude again, obviously I have crude futures, but for those that don't have them, they're kind of expensive, $50 a month to have crude futures. Just go to, you know what? Go right here. The page that I set up. Crude futures. Right here. There you go. Same thing. I mean, I'm trying to get used to it being TradeGate Hub, being an all stop, an all stop a site, if you will, where I can get anything, and that I even have to get used to it. But there you go. I'll never forget that again. There are your crude futures. So what I was looking at crude is on the top left here, or on the left page, a little bit stretched. With the best of breed, Chevron and Exxon, look at how that's doing. Certainly they're a no play. You know what I mean? At least for now. Okay. Let's go to, that was crude positioning. IWM sentiment may be a good fade. So let's, am I sharing the right thing here? Hold on. IWM, I'll go after that so I don't have to keep switching screens. I'm giving you the economic info for the day, upgrades and downgrades, ARK Investment, what they're in. Jim Cramer, of course, the analysts love Square. Square was down 8 points. It opened up 20. Friday's top movers with volume and range. This should be the second thing you look at probably. And to no surprise, Tesla was near the high. Actually, Tesla in the middle of the range. EMPH near the high. Sava was in play. It's still in play today. Shop, Roku, Wayfair. Wayfair is a short. I have a short going out that I put out. I'll write it down. I don't want to give it away before everybody starts shorting it, but I do like a short. Those were yesterday's movers. ON Semiconductor came out. I posted that from the Bloomberg. That was going to move the semis and the pre-market movers. I said I'll be adding to Soxel. That was hours ago. And let's go over the Twitter feed. My Twitter feed, by the way, is all about quality, not quantity. I don't follow many, but the ones I do make a difference. That's for the ARC trades, great charter. Everybody serves a purpose. And that's a plan, like I say in my videos, that I formulated over time where, you know what? And these are big people. Trader Stewie, 300,000 people, only doesn't follow that much. A couple of my guys have a private feed that you have to kind of like sign up on, if you will. It's almost like getting into a club. So I try to compilate all this information here to come up with a plan and give everyone an edge. I'm giving you sentiment. I'm giving you how the sector sentiment. I'm giving you bull and bear sentiment, all the commodity sentiment. I'm giving you Goldman positioning. I'm giving you Bank of America positioning. I'm giving you the movers, the upgrades, the downgrades, the movers from that day, the movers in the morning. So you know what I mean? The information that I give is also about quality, not quantity. And once everybody starts communicating even more so in the room, hey everyone, good morning, then it gets even better. So with that being said, let's go. What I'm going to be looking at is at 11. Oh, you know what? Let me go to my main screen. Just give everybody what my universe looks like. This is what my universe looks like today. XPEV going with Tesla right here. I missed it. And if I didn't, Tesla was the breakout on the triple. Listen, the triple breakouts never happen. What they do, they happen. It's almost like a tease. A stock doing a triple breakout usually is a failure, but when it doesn't, like I said, and you buy it through the whole number. Everybody loves the whole numbers. Tesla 700 stop. All right, so you bought it a little, the uptick, that you let it back and fill through that 700 number, which it did, and then you go from there. And what did the rest do? To no surprise, XPEV had the same thing. NIO, I saw in the morning, NIO actually announced numbers. And as I get up in the morning, 4 a.m, if you will, it sold off. It was up nice. That's where it was right here. 46. It had news and it sold off with some volume actually 4 a.m. It's a lot of volume at 4 Eastern. So it went up from 45.90 to 43.70. So when I saw it stabilized, then I knew that the rest of the stocks were strong and that Tesla and XPEV were going to bring up NIO, and NIO wouldn't bring down Tesla and XPEV. So that was what I had my eye on. Again, let me change screens. Once again, this is what I'll be looking at right after I get off. Well, you know what? It's lunchtime, but I won't. But let's go to my top list. Let me get rid of my level 2 for a second. Okay. Large range in the middle with 2% change from the open. Here's today's range right here, this box. So you know what? Tesla has a $28 range. It's near the high. It's trading 75% of its normal volume as of 8 Eastern. I'm interested. Square, earnings, 300% volume near the high, a $27 range. I'm interested. Myrna, sell the news. Obviously, it didn't get that bad over the weekend. NVAX, to no surprise. GameStop. Why are they going to buy GameStop when you have Square and Tesla on sale? Sava on the high. Piton, that surprises me on the high. ANVS on the high. I'm actually long ALEC, and I'll tell you afterwards. So here I'm giving you stocks with a large range, and then you see stocks that have good volume, and then it's good, had good price action, meaning near the high. You got to be in it, or at least this is something that should be on your list. Big poppers right here. Let's go to percentage. INFI, Anvis, ON Semiconductor with the earnings near the high. What has good volume? Relative volume, good. Square, good volume. AHPI, I'm not interested anymore. I made its move. KC, the Chinese stock, short squeeze. UXIN, no interest. Okay. Stocks that are above all the moving averages, stocks that if you don't want to be an active trader, stocks that you should probably be in as well. LC is an animal, punch it up. AMD, you know what? AMD. Oh my God, AMD. AMD, LC, am I right? And I said I was going to write down one more. Oh, the short I'm in. Okay. All right, here you go. Biggest loser with this large range. GPN is on there. HLT, Hilton. I got my eye on Hilton being at the low, but it has 21% volume. It's irrelevant to me. Somebody's probably taking profits instead of being initiating a short. I go to my alert page. High volume with high volume, low float movers. I'd beg to differ that Square is a low floater, but when a stock has a $26 range, trading now 500% of its volume up, I'm interested. Bullish strategies, up more, Square is moving again still. That's what they're interested in, Square. Riot, turbo breakup. Okay, now it tells me I got to watch my cryptos. What else do we have to the right here? Biggest gainers with large range. Volume today. That's what we're interested in. Square, AFRM, write it down. ON, FUV. Ooh, Tesla, XPEV, ANVS. What's at the low? GE. No one wants an interest in GE today. I get it. Ooh, GE's not sexy. Okay, now here's where I started thinking about my short. I saw Target today with 50% volume, and it's down 2%, down $5. So let me see why. Let me give you the short that I did. TradeGate Hub. Let me get out of here. Let's go to Target. Blow it up. Let me take off the pre-market trades. We'll look at a long-term chart of Target. Certainly one day down, as I say before, does not make a reversal. But then I said, what are the rest of doing? Wayfair. I'm the guy that tries to usually short Wayfair right here to make well, not really, as a trade. But now it's breaking down this Wayfair. So when I see Wayfair, I go to weekly. Ooh, that's horrible. You know what I mean? Okay, Wayfair. So then I went to, this is my short right now. You'll see in the upper right-hand corner. I hope I'm up. Okay, I'm short big lots. It's not sexy. It's a nice hedge. I like it's below all the moving averages. It's in the same group as Target. It's in the same group as Wayfair. Let's look at Williams-Sonoma. Williams-Sonoma is giving me a gauge of what's going on, but I don't like to trade the stock. The stock trades the volume today. The stock trades volume. The stock doesn't trade any volume. The volume today, where is it? 124,000 shares. I short 10,000 shares. I'm a tenth of the float. That's something that I don't want to be involved in. But I am short big lots. It just upticked on me. You know what? Hold on. Sell. No, I was going to short more, but I shorted a while, like 56. Yeah, I shorted better right here. So my short on big lots is around 56.20. You know what? Let's go to the weekly. I like it broke here too. I'm looking for at least $50 on big lots. It's a good hedge. You know what I mean? In my opinion, ANVS, we're in this, I think. ANVS going higher, bounced the 2 to 3 days down with the volume. They all sold at the 200-day. And now they're squeezing it. So if I look at ANVS, I look at the other one. I look at Sava. And I am long ALEC. Hey. Now I'm long ALEC because this is the best of breed. Alex, when Sava announced the Alzheimer's news, that stock came down a lot more than it should. But I like this ALEC. It's above that yesterday's high. I'd like to get over the 200-day. Listen, it's got some work to do before it gets in here and fills this gap. I'm not looking for it. It's not going to make a V-shaped move back up here because it's broken a little bit. But I like the company. And I remember how it made this move down here. If they wanted to blast it out of the water, the stock would be 15. But I'm looking for 26. I'd like to see 27 on it. I'd like to see 27.50 on this. Anyway, okay, what else was in? So AMD, stock of the day. Oh, you know what? The stock of the week. All you needed, this is the one. AMD. Volume tells the story. 4 days of volume. Last time it did 4 days of volume, it did the same thing. So if I'm looking from the outside in to a degree, every time it does its volume, makes the move. So why are we surprised now? Let's go to the daily, especially when it made the new high right here. On volume, put your buy stop in, probably going to 120. This is a Fibonacci thing. Guys, some people are saying it's going a lot higher. This is where they refer to the Fibonacci levels, and I'm working on that as well. But AMD is a stock of the day, and LC is number 2. LC. Back and fill. Stock's going higher. Let's look at a weekly chart. Stocks are buy around 24.18. You want to know why? Because the rest of the financials are going nuts. JP Morgan. Actually, not going nuts. It was Goldman Sachs. That's the one. Wells Fargo. I bought a little of that today. I like the chart on that. So now I see Riot turbo breakdown. What happened to Riot? Oh, it made that move up. Look at Riot. What a move. Oh, that's a breakout. You know what the stock was, but I took my eye off it. It was BTBT. That's the one they want, the crypto. Stock went from 5, it doubled last week on 50 million, 100 million a day. Where's Mara doing? Mara not really making the percentage move. Let's look at SI. Not doing what I want. So let's look at the coin. You know what? Looks good. So it's the coin and it's Riot. It's BT if you're going to play crypto. Square breaking out. XOP I see. I'll show you what I'm looking at now on my other screen. Now I'm looking here. Large range movers. XOP in the last 10 minutes is going down on the low, which is oil. So oil, as we said before, is still making that move down. Turbo breaks down. What's Turbo breaks up? Nothing. Let's look at DXC. Nothing. So with that being said, this is what I look at. Then I go to my top. Then I'll go to sectors, my sector watch. I'll look at what sectors are staying the most, staying strongest. Then I'll see what's weakest and what's strongest in their respective areas. Then I'll go to my top list again. And then I'll go to whatever else I want to do. I'll look at what's hanging in going down. What do we like going down here? I'll blow this up. Largest range losers. I'll go through that. If XPO is going down, Marin's going down, APT, the mask maker going down. Obviously, things aren't as bad as they thought. That makes sense, if you will. So this is the part of this is still the routine that I have. And I will go to, where is this? My main screen. What are we doing now? Are we coming in a little bit? We're not coming in at all. Big lots coming in for us now. There we go. Everybody see that? I'm flattered. That must have been Tim Fury shorting big lots right there. Actually, that's not him. This is one of his accounts. Either that was Rich. Rich is shorting big lots. Thanks, Rich. Anyway, ON, let's see how that acts into earnings. After earnings, that's going to be important. And let's look at the Twitter feed. And let's look what has earnings tonight. Hold on. What happened to Trader Stewie? He's right. I haven't seen Trader Stewie in a while either. Let's look. Let's go to earnings. As I said before, this is on my Twitter feed. Earnings Whispers. After the close, Take Two, NXPI, Fang, Rig, Moss. Oh, big ones. Earnings for the week. I posted on obviously TradeGate. You got Baba coming up, Roku's coming up, DraftKings, General Motors, Space, Fastly. All right, so you know what? This is where the pros shine through, and this is where I'm going to shine through. So be on TradeGate Hub the rest of the day. There's a question. There's never a bad question. I learn the same way, and I would rather you learn and ask and just to increase your learning curve. You know what I mean? So what I would do is when I get back to lunch, I sign in, I go to stocks, and I'll go look at the movers, and I'll check my positions, and I'll check my Twitter feed, and then I'll check TradeGate Hub to see if anybody's going to give me some big ideas. And then I'm going to call, and then I'm going to disseminate the information, and I'm going to come up with my list of 5 good, 7 good, good stocks and 7 bad stocks. I'm going to come up with a plan. If it's a pure plan, I'm going to lay into it, and it might not work. But after doing this again, I don't want to be redundant. I have been trading that long. I have the right to say it. After a quarter century, they work over time. And you know what? That's what I'm trying to convey to you people. So have a plan, enjoy the rest of the day, and we'll see you after lunch. Trade well.